Hey, how you doing? So, just gonna run through a game of Octordle. Again, I stick in my first four words because they're the best four words I've found for this. Fancy world, might, and keeps. I know a lot of people will argue with me and say, look, fancy is not a good starting word. World is not a good starting word. Might is not a good starting word. Keeps is not a good starting word. The thing is, I think that's a flawed strategy. It's not about getting one good starting word. It's about using as many letters without repeating them in your first four words. Now, you might argue, well, hey, keeps is repeated, or the E in keeps is repeated. But again, sometimes you will have a lot of words with double E. Anyways, I was hoping to sort of go right to left on this, but with only having four letters, I'm kind of out. It's going to be very difficult. So at this point, I'm trying to go left to right. Again, same sort of thing. I only have four letters here, so as opposed to trying to be a risk taker because I like winning every time, I'm just going to accept my fate and basically try and look for what is the best combination. Now, as you can see here, I got W, I got O, I got L, I got E. So obviously with an H in there, I'm good to go, and I've already been told that there's an H. So again, process of elimination. Sometimes you will get lucky. I do have one where I've gotten left to right. Now, I didn't record it by video, but I'm recording these by video in future so that in the event I do get that, I can show you how it's done. At this point, I'm going from section to section. Again, just seeing where do I have five letters, especially if I have a lot of green letters. And so just kind of determining which is my best shot, because it's not just about getting that word, it's about getting enough letters in the other ones that I haven't used, okay, because I do have a U here, J, B, V, and a Z, okay, and so I looked here, looked at the letters, hey, you know what, spice makes the most amount of sense. And of course now that gives me an S here, it gives me a P here, and it gives me an I here. Was able to figure out as a result of S being the first letter, hey, I got the LRP, that means I'm probably going to use a U, and so I'm good to go. Here, I actually thought it would be Vaunt, and I was kind of cheesed about that because, and again, I'm recording my audio about this after, because now that's burned a turn. Now I'm really stuck. I have to get the next three words perfectly, and I found all three of these words very difficult. Jaunt, of course, I was able to get because there's nothing really else that would match. So if it wasn't Vaunt, it was Jaunt. But that's one of the things where, again, having a good core of four words with using as many letters as possible will give you the ability where you can make one mistake, but again, you should be good. And I've yet to lose on Octordle. So, so I looked at all three of these. Again, I figure this is my best choice. And again, I'm trying different ones. Again, as you can see here, I sort of go and look at these two, and I kind of gave up on those. And I was like, okay, this is my best shot. I got a T here. I got a P here. I know that U is not in the middle. I know that S is not here, and both of those are part of it. I figure maybe I'll be using a B. Maybe I'll be using a Z. Um, I'm not using a Q, and I'm pretty sure I'm not using an X. Okay, and possibly I'll be repeating one of the letters. Again, and so I was kind of upset about it, and then I thought, wait a second. And you'll see me sort of checking the letters because occasionally I'll put in a word and forget, hey, I already have that letter up here. Maybe it's a different word with those five letters. Okay. At this point, again, I'm kind of stuck for letters here. As you can see, I got an I here, and I know there's an OMD, but that really leaves me with four. So eventually, if I remember correctly, I started with this one because, again, I got the N, I got the I, and I have the O and G. And so, but again, these latter two words, especially with the loss over here, where I lost a try because I went with Vaunt instead of Jaunt. It kind of left me in a bind. And so again, looking at what other letters I can, again, I got a Z and a B. Um, with no U in there, I've basically eliminated the Q, and I'm pretty sure there's not going to be an X in there. And so at this point, it's just realizing it's something with I and G. And I get to the point where I figured out it was bingo because I was like, okay, I thought O was going to go here, and then I realized, wait, I could put go there, bingo, and I'm good. This last one, again, a little bit difficult for me. Um, I kind of was like, okay, maybe it starts with a D, and so I switched the D and the M. But then at one point I realized, look, with the I here, uh, it possibly could still have a double O or a double I. Okay, and I know M's not here, and I kind of figured out just with the letters and the letters I have left. I got to the point thinking, you know what, it's not going to be a consonant that starts off with this. And this one was really tough because you're not sure until you actually get the word. And so I was like, okay, I know that an I goes here, and that's about it. And so I was trying to see if I could put words together with D. And so I was like D, and then, well, okay, O doesn't go here, O, and so I know an O goes here. Okay. And so I was like, okay, so OM maybe. And so I tried, and again, obviously that's not a word, but then I was like, wait, idiom. And yeah, that's how I win at Octordle. Cheers.